My name is Mike Franks. I've been in Clerkenwell 30 years. I'm the chairman of the Regeneration Trust, which was an urban environment trust when it started, and I'm just in the process of moving it much further across into being an ecological and a wider urban ecology trust.
Are you focused on Sparfield specifically?
No, I'm focused on the public realm, a swathe of public realm. I'm focused on Clerkenwell, but actually I've been able to describe how Clerkenwell is really divided, more or less where we are here, into poor north and rich south, and alienated because of it. My trust commitment to its future is that people find a way to talk to each other and understand that, you know, they've got things in common. It has an effect on people's lives, this area. It's one of those, you know, areas with very solid history, from here downwards, and a nunnery and a priory and then the city. And so you've got historical 12th century development, and then here you've got heavy 19th century development, public sector, and it goes on, and the big difference between the two has caused all kinds of alienation, and still does. The Trust wants to try and see integrated ways of looking at the whole place, looking at the whole community. It's essentially a doing trust, will illustrate possibility and encourage other people to get involved by doing it, by leading and setting precedent. And its focus will be urban design, if you like, but in the wider sense. And you know, we do history trails, we plant trees, I do exhibitions in the street. We operate at a very small scale at the moment because the principle is that we animate other activity and that we help them find resource rather than do it ourselves. But if it needs to be done, and would be a catalyst for much more. For a district with such limited open space, this is the most extraordinary extravagance. This is not right. You know, you can make a composite structure like one of those that the kids could play on in one space, not have one with a big slide. Look at the luxury of the width of that slide, for God's sake. And the little pirate ship adventure, which is nothing. You could do this on a third of the land. The youth service facilities down here are limited. I'm not putting it forward as a criticism. They just appear to me to be limited. I see the kids wandering in the streets. I know that the late teenagers have very few facilities, and there's a facility being built down there, but I haven't been consulted. I don't know what it's about. Honestly, it might just go in yet another isolated place like that thing, which doesn't have anything to do with it being adopted by a community, you know, changed by them, taken on board and affectionately regard. You know, you don't take care of something if you don't feel good about it. You have to take a sort of ownership sense. They don't do it. What we've decided is that we'll go for all the surrounding active bodies, like the Finsbury Town Hall has a dance centre to it, the Exmouth Market have traders, the Metropolitan Archives are here, the Finsbury Health Centre's over there. There's a lot of different groups, and the post office, and they've all used the park well. They can be the start of it because they already got involved. What we want to do here, and everywhere I presume, is have more people in between the council and everyday users who are participating and helping. It's not just volunteering, it's much more than that. It's stakeholder work, really. And I'm sure it can be done here, but it will take time. This park is only just open. We aspire to be the stewards of Clerkenwell. There's a difference between stewardship and management.
Is that environmental stewardship?
A sort of environmental stewardship, but an urban environment stewardship. Not as much focus as I hope others will take on the more intimate ecology and the more intimate sides of global warming and waste and all the other things. Long before that, as far as I'm concerned, we'll have urban insurrection and real problems in the streets all over the world if we don't actually address the social and the broader way people live together, etc. So I'm an urbanist and see the world that way. It doesn't mean I dismiss any of the other things. They're equally important. But my role is to play with the built environment here, and particularly with the public realm. Because the public realm is free, right? So I have a program called the Clerkenwell Commons.
Okay. And what's that?
Well, it's about the public realm. It's about helping people understand the nature of what they've got, where it came from, why it is like it is, what it might become, what it can become, and some of the pockets that need attention. Just illustrated, Clerkenwell Green's a terrible mess, for instance. It's just a traffic roundabout. Needs attention.
Does it need guerrilla gardeners or something?
That'd be nice. That wouldn't last because the buses and the cars and everything else and everybody walking around would trample all over it. There have to be durable solutions. Banksy put a lovely statue up. The Statue of Liberty with leather drawers and the garter with money in it, and it got taken down in 24 hours, but it was wonderful. Clerkenwell's full of people getting on, making money, and being very, very successful, and rather greedy with it, and rather indifferent to collaboration. It's a very, very funny place for collaboration. It really is.
Really?
Worst place I know. I need collaborators. I'll be able to do it because I've been around long enough. I'll find ways to do it.
You like your organisation to make links with other people at the base level.
Absolutely. And as many people as possible. Plenty of opportunity here. And there's an awful lot of people who would join it because they've got imagination and they're okay. They just don't know what it's about. They couldn't find out. It would be very hard to get an understanding of it. So you need to offer it forward into the world. I live here. I want to enjoy my life here. I want to enjoy it with everybody.